Good, great, and glorious day to you, co-creators. This is your boy, Corey Creech, the Ascending Master, and I want to thank you all so very much for joining me here on my channel. Today, I am doing a ancestral / channel message for the zodiac sign of Gemini. Gemini, sun, moon, rising, and or Venus. This message is for you. Please, please, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you perhaps find this message to resonate with you, to somehow give you clarity, insight, inspiration, golden nuggets of knowledge. Please, please, please feel free to donate and give an equal exchange of energy for that which you are receiving. We love, love, love your support. We thank you for it. And without further ado, I am going to start by pulling a ancestral spirit oracle message, followed by channel messages, and then I will end with the signs from spirit oracle message. Each one of these decks are meant to represent mind, body, spirit. As for your ancestral message, please always remember to call upon loved ones that have gone, passed on, those that you remember by name. Call on angels, ancestors, guardian angels, gods, goddesses, and deities alike. If you believe in such and resonate with the energy of that deity, that God, that angel, archangel, spirit guide, please, please speak their name aloud, especially when you find that this message is resonating with you in some form or fashion. Okay? It allows a level of connection directly to you from your ancestors through this message, whereby they are every bit of aware of you receiving it. Let's do that one again. Again, this is for the sign of Gemini, sun, moon, rising, and or Venus. I hope you all are having a beautiful day, Gemini. Every bit of me, if you cannot hear it in my voice, is coming off of having a cold. And so I took some time off to heal, to attend to self, to nourish every part of my being. And I am grateful for it. And so I thank you all for your patience and understanding. Without further ado, Spirit, is there any messages for our Geminis? Beautiful. Oh, Gemini, Gemini. Open to love. Open to love. I already feel the energy of this reading and the direction that it is about to take. Every bit of me, hope you all are ready to feel the outpouring of love, intimacy, connections, relationships. Spirit, we thank you, we honor you, and we adore you. Messages for the sign of Gemini for the month of March 2022. This is the sign of Gemini, March 2022, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for my Geminis? What message do you have, Spirit, for the Geminis? Thank you. I love you, adore you. What message, Spirit, do you have for my Geminis? Beautiful. What message, Spirit, do you have for the Geminis? What message, Spirit, do you have for my Geminis? Signs. Every bit of Spirit is asking you guys to keep close eye out for the signs and synchronicities that are showing up in your life. Especially the signs regarding love, relationships, connection, reconciliation, whatever they may be. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, March 2022. March 2022. Akasha. There is a need to tap into your eternal knowing, your knowledge of the ages, right? This is something that is speaking to oneness, your God source, your connection to source. A place whereby it is said to contain and store all knowledge to ever exist via choices, understandings, conceptions, perspectives, how-tos, how not tos, right paths, wrong paths, ups, downs, definitions, you name it. Any and everything ever learned, understood, and or obtained is stored in the oneness of self, internal to self. Something that can be accessed in your dream state. This could be accessed in meditation, going into prayer. It can be accessed by asking your spirit guides to lead you to your Akashic records, make you aware, present, conscious, so that you can gain whatever wisdom, whatever knowledge is necessary for this path in which you're on. Again, pay close attention to the signs and synchronicities, Gemini. Very close attention. Okay, what messages do you have for my Geminis? Thank you. Yeah, Gemini, you are being guided to seek out the refuge of a mentor, of someone who could possibly aid you in gaining understanding and seeing the change that is upon you. Perhaps you are someone who is very confused and or just indecisive as to what you truly believe, what is truly true, real, right. There's a sense of higher knowledge that one is wanting, desiring, a deeper sense of knowing. And perhaps I feel like there will be a mentor and or teacher that will come, before you, that will somehow give explanation, understanding from a perspective that allows all the knowledge you currently have to make greater sense, to have a deeper self-knowing. This could also be you, Gemini, as a teacher, as a life coach, as a spiritual leader, as someone who aids the collective in ascending and seeing and speaking their truth. You are being guided to spend time meditating, to spend time balancing out your energy, connecting with your higher self, growing your spiritual channel that line of direct communication. The number 12 may be significant to someone. The number 20. The number 5. And the number 1. Spirit. Any other messages for the sign of Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. Yes, we thank you, we honor you, and we adore you now. Any other messages for the sign of Gemini? Spirit. Beautiful. Beautiful. Messages for the sign of Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's do one last time. Any messages for the sign of Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. Power center. Every bit of the solar plex chakra. And I sense this very clearly, like one may have received a sign to, or may have seen a vision of themselves teaching, leading spiritual practices to the masses. And perhaps you may be questioning whether or not this is the right path to go down, whether or not one should embark on a journey of self. And I feel like Spirit is telling you, like, you will get the answers from within. And quite frankly, a need to gain some momentum, some motivation, some driving force that pushes you forward. And the fact that this solar plex power center card came out, it tells me that there possibly is an imbalance within this chakra, one that can be corrected via meditating. When you go into meditation, you always want to first start by grounding yourself energetically with Mother Gaia, right? And so you do that by envisioning, visualizing, imagining roots coming out of your spine, out of your buttocks, down your feet, or out of your feet and down into the earth, down into the ground. If you are in an apartment and you're up on the top floor, imagine your roots traveling all the way down to the base of the building and into Mother Gaia. Always, always, always ground yourself to the earth at the beginning of any and all meditation. If you are somehow being guided and that guide does not ground you first, I suggest you disconnect, ground yourself, and reconnect. Never go into meditation without connecting yourself to the earth. Cannot repeat that more. Excuse me. Yeah, because I feel like there's no because. The point of grounding oneself to the earth is during meditation, when one gains a state of elevation and consistency, you can end up taking flight, projecting, astral projecting, leaving one's physical body and not knowing how to find oneself back if you are not grounded to the earth. Do not test me on this. Do not go out here, oh, let me see what he's talking about. Or do. Your choice. Let us keep going. Spirit, what messages do you have for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus? Yes, we thank you, we honor you, and we adore you. Messages for Gemini. Messages for Gemini. Yes, messages for Gemini. All right, Spirit. Loud and clear. We are closed with the channeled messages, giving thanks, appreciation, honor for the clarity, for their understanding. I don't know why this one's active. Beautiful. This is not the deck I'm looking for. Gemini, I feel like this is speaking of spiritual elevation. This is speaking of one maybe even ascending to a mastery status. And all of this will make sense based on the signs that you are receiving, based on the communication that you are getting with your spirit guides, right? Continue to meditate, continue to meditate, continue to meditate. Protect your power center always, always, maybe even once a month, if not twice. Get a clearing and cleansing done of your auric field energetically, especially if you're someone who works in the public, with the public, other people. If you're one who aids others in their spiritual growth, their acceptance of themselves, knowing themselves, understanding themselves, just be sure to protect yourself, to clear and cleanse. This is beautiful energy here. Intuition, third eye, psychic eye. Like there is really, 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 really beautiful energy coming from this reading, Gemini. I'm so happy to see it. Let us keep going, Spirit. What messages do you have for the sign of Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Beautiful, beautiful. What did I tell you? We have blue, speaking of serenity, tranquility, and peace. Absolutely beautiful. Every bit of something that one is either seeking or a state that is consistent to them. One that perhaps allowed them to obtain a sense of clarity with their spiritual walk, with their understanding of life and the situations that have been unfolding. This is someone who surrendered to their knowing that the world that they live in is all a cosmic and or divine plan, something that is not of their own doing without source being directly connected, without self being a part of the experience. This is someone who possibly opened their eyes and realized that they equally played a role and or part in the outcome of their existence, of what is showing up in their world, in their life. Someone taking accountability that they knew all along everything that was. And someone has peace due to this awareness, due to this spiritual awakening, due to this releasing of, or not releasing, the better word to use is detaching one's self emotionally and energetically to a person, place, and or experience. This is beautiful. Spirit, any other messages for the sign of Gemini? Yeah, this was hidden knowledge. This was a mystery to most. This was not something one truly grasped a full sense of clarity on, right? And there possibly is more for this person to want to unveil, to uncover. There is more that has this person desiring a sense of wanting to know more, learn more, gain more clarity. And I absolutely do not want to stand in the way, but Spirit is guiding one to gain a mentor, someone who they can trust in, they can learn. This is someone who perhaps had to cut off and sever connections and or communication with a previous spiritual mentor, right? Someone who possibly lied and falsified knowledge that was given. Spirit, continue to message any messages for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and on Venus. Yes, we thank you, we honor you, and we adore you. Any other messages for the sign of Gemini, Spirit? Sun, Moon, Rising, and on Venus. The sign of Gemini. We got some flying up here. Okay. Any other messages for the sign of Gemini? I have 666, which speaks of a need to raise your vibration, right? To get yourself in alignment with the things that you are choosing to manifest. And you are most likely to do this a great deal via meditation. And you need to raise your vibration, not only when it comes to understanding that you are choosing peace and harmony over the lack thereof, but even in your thoughts with other people, right? When you, i.e., reminisce over scenarios and experiences, Spirit is telling you to make sure you, i.e., only think of people who will aid in raising your vibration, or if you're thinking of people who have done you wrong, who have harmed you in some way, who have sabotaged you, betrayed you, backstabbed you, or perhaps just hindered your progress, Spirit is asking you to think positive thoughts upon those individuals. Maintain a vibration that is of high status standard, right? Something that will allow for the manifestations that you have been wanting to literally find you exactly where you are. Any other messages for the sign of Gemini, Spirit? Sun, Moon, Rising, and on Venus. Yes, we thank you. We adore you now. Yes, any other messages for the sign of Gemini? Yeah. There is a message of passion being ensued to gain footing on this purpose. Passion that allowed one to stand tall, to own and honor themselves. This is someone who spoke up and allowed themselves to stop hurting based on the actions inflicted by others. This is someone who channeled enough courage, perhaps in the way of anger, right? Something that looked outrageous, but it was enough to end their suffering. It was enough to cause a halt to come. And it allowed for love, caring, and compassion to flow. And there is a great deal of jealousy, of envy surrounding this person and their ability to free themselves. This is a beautiful, beautiful reading. Here, what messages do you have for the sign of Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, and on Venus. Yeah, there was this revealing of one's true self, of one's true identity that took place, whether internal to self, like one truly understood their own power, or perhaps one allowed the people around them to see who they truly were. And I feel like it had been a mystery this entire time. It had been something perhaps you, co-creator, wanted to find out about someone else, right? So someone else could have been portraying themselves as something that you knew wasn't true. And in your desire to find the truth, to reveal that which was hidden to you, it truly brought great sadness. It isolated you and caused you to know that you couldn't trust anyone but thyself. And to some degree, as authentic as that statement is, being that you cannot trust anyone other than thyself, you even was conflicted with the lies that you told yourself, the things that you chose to believe that you knew were not true. It was like you were disloyal to your own heart, to your own desires, to the passions that fueled you. You betrayed yourself, and it literally brought absolute darkness, sadness, emotions, stuck on reminiscing about the past, not in a beautiful way. We have a message for this time, Gemini, Spirit, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Obedience. 999 speaks of profound lessons that are at hand, coming to a completion of a cycle. Every bit of spirit, your ancestors, informing you that the worst is over, that you are absolutely walking into better days whereby love and compassion and one caring for thyself is imminent at the forefront of your being. You have every bit of what it takes, Gemini, to make it, to flourish, to change your trajectory and the trajectory of those around you. Choose you first. No one and nothing will ever be more important than thyself. Lastly, before I read the message of your ancestral spirit card, every bit of you should know that nothing can be given unto you unless you have first given it unto yourself. Nothing, no material gain, no love, no understanding, no clarity, no growth. If you don't give yourself the realization of these things, then no one else could give them to you either. There is this saying that has been ringing in my mind for the past 3 days, and I want to say I heard it from someone, and perhaps I just can't remember who that someone is, but it goes something like this: you cannot know another person's heart. You cannot understand another person's heart without first knowing thine own. So if you don't spend time tending to yourself, knowing who you are, knowing how to receive just as well as you give, knowing how to honor the energy and effort in all things because it will be nothing short of a reflection of you. Your card, Gemini, open to love. It says, you are incredibly independent and don't often ask for help or let people in. But it is okay for you to allow yourself to receive from others. You will not become weak or lose your independence if you open yourself up to people and relationships. Allow yourself to feel love, happiness, and fulfillment. Be open to meeting people, starting a relationship, and experiencing new things. Try not to feel guilty for wanting more for yourself. You deserve to be content and fulfilled. Commit to letting other people into your personal space. Allow yourself to enjoy life again. I love you, Geminis. I love you, I love you, I love you. As difficult as it might have been, every bit of me feels the energy that the worst is over, that you will get through this. I am grateful that this message brought clarity, insight. I hope I backed it up with encouragement, understanding, and every bit of me acknowledges that all of us benefited as a result of coming together. I thank you. And until next time, Gemini, please, please, please remember, everything is always working out for your greatest good and the greatest good of all. Namaste.